they think it's like a form of government, so not just the government, but they're saying, well, that's because of conservatives, that's because of liberals, that's because of we have capitalism, we should have communism instead. It's fair, right? They're looking at it from a point of view where there's some sort of authority and dominator, right? They can't see it past. Oh well, maybe there shouldn't be a form of government. Maybe government shouldn't exist in the first place. Maybe we shouldn't even have money because what happens when we have money? It's just a made up concept. The only reason why the dollar exists is because people believe it has value, even though it's just paper. You can rip it up. It has really no intrinsic value at all. I mean, something like gold and silver, even you can argue has way more value because you could do way more with it than a piece of paper. Um, but you could see, as I even commented back, LOL, yes, on the surface level. That is what I described. On sure how capitalism might affect someone and their relationships because it makes people become greedy and then they become hyper masculine from the greediness and they want control over people. And then there's people who are immoral on the opposite spectrum because maybe they want to get controlled and be with someone who's a dominator, right? So we have a mess of a society because really what it is, it's either the extreme on one end or the extreme on the other. It's either someone is it wants to be controlled in a relationship or is desiring to be controlled. Um, so let me move on here because that's it with that. That's surface level, and then this is of course what people are always gonna say, or at least a lot of Christians, right? Jesus Christ is the truth and the life, and my answer was no. No, Jesus Christ is not the truth, the way, and the light that you think he is, at least. I'm not going to say he's not overall, but Jesus Christ is not who you think he is. He's not your biblical fairy tale version. Jesus Christ represents truth. Jesus Christ represents morality. Is that what Christians do these days? Or do they just show up to church on Sunday, say their prayers, pray on a daily basis, maybe read the Bible, whatever? But are these people doing anything with really within themselves and especially for other people in their community? Are they talking about truth, or is it going to be from a fairy tale version that tells you to bow down and submit the same way your government does to you? You see, that's the thing is people are desiring to be controlled by something, whether that be from their government, from Jesus Christ, from their spouse, from their friend, from their neighbor, from their job or whatever. People just either want to be controlled or are trying to control others. Just like with when you're a pastor, and I'm not saying they're trying to control you, but a lot of them have control and have that control and use it to their advantage. Let's be real. And let's be real. Because I used to be like a big Jesus Christ, pray all the time, right? And all these things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but my heart was just never fully in it because I always felt like that it was a fairy tale. Like there's something deeper. And that's the issue with Christians is they don't go deep enough. They stop at the Jesus Christ. They don't look further into maybe history about the world or even the adversary, right? Like Satanism and all that stuff because they think it's evil and oh my God, if I look into that, Christ is going to hate me. Well, Christ wants you to know the truth. If you don't know truth, you're not going to go to heaven, right? And a lot of Christians don't know truth. They don't know basic things. They don't know what the Federal Reserve even is. They probably took the C-19 thing. They probably comply with everything the government tells them. So if you comply with what government does, you're not a true Christian. You're not a true Jesus Christ believer because Jesus Christ was a warrior. Jesus Christ went against every single rule that there was. Jesus Christ did not bow down to authority besides morality and truth, right? That's why he died. So called, right? He died because he was going to outsource all of his sins. He wanted us to outsource his sins right now, just like we do now. It's like outsource all your pain through the truth, feel it, understand it, do the work within yourself. That's kind of like what being reborn is, right? It's like, okay, Jesus Christ, you understand it, right? He's the truth. He's the way. He's the light. You're going to submit to the truth. You're going to bow down the truth. You're going to worship the truth. Not a deity, but the truth. The actual truth. Meaning you're going to go out there and you're going to educate people. Not only are you going to be educated, but you're going to go educate other people. And this world will reward the righteous ones, just like it says in the Bible. You see, they have it from a fairy tale version because they think it's a deity, and then they think it's too much into a certain organized religion belief system, but they're not seeing the bigger picture, Christians. And I'm sorry if I'm losing you, okay? But it's just so aggravating to me, the Christianity stuff at this point, man. It really is. Like, the amount of people I see who are so well versed in truth, but they go down that rabbit hole. And listen, honestly, if they understand what's really taking place and they're preaching right from wrong and they want to go this route, fine. If whatever. But my point is that the vast majority of people who say they're Christian, who say they're following Christ, I mean, they're really not living in true morality, is what I'm saying. And what a Christ figure would be like. That's my point. And then this person, I mean, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you could obviously read it. And I get what he's saying here. It's because it sounds like maybe even from this particular clip that I'm saying, oh, if you're masculine, that means you're disrespectful. That means you're desiring to control. And that's not what I mean, because true masculinity is not trying to control anyone. True masculinity is standing up for what's right. Right? You need the sacred feminine to feel, to have the empathy, to feel the love, to want to do it, to feel the passion. And then you exercise sacred masculine to take the action, to go out there, to not be afraid of what other people are going to think of you. Yes, people are going to judge you. Yes, people are not going to agree with you. Yet people are more than likely aren't even going to understand what you're talking about. But the point is that you're not afraid and you're going to stay consistent at it. And that's another thing, is a lot of people don't stay consistent. I've had trouble staying consistent, especially when I was younger, feeling more insecure about myself, not knowing really who I am, not even being that well versed in the truth as I am today, of course. Not having the confidence that I do today. But it's all about evolution. It's all about evolving yourself, looking within yourself. Okay, what do I have to do next to change? What can I do to help someone, to preach them the actual truth, the actual morality, so that they can know, so that they can go and hopefully look into it and start teaching other people. And hopefully we could see a better world and people who can come together and understand. And we could stop bowing down to authority, because hypermasculinity is your government. Hypermasculinity is a police and cop. Hypermasculinity is your politicians who think they have some sort of special authority over people. That's what hypermasculinity is. That's not masculinity. Masculinity is what I'm doing right now by exercising the sacred masculine, to take the action, to be strong enough to do it, and keep doing it, no matter what happens. That's the sacred masculine. Not masculine as, oh, I'm just some rich a-hole, and I'm going to go out there and manipulate people. That's not what I mean by masculine. So then in this video right here, I'm talking about how women have a lot of power to create change, and right now they're using the power that they have for their advantage. And again, it's like what I was saying earlier. It's the women of today are trying to control the man, or it's the opposite. They want to be controlled. That's when they start looking for the dominator type, rich guy, whatever. So my point is, this person said it in this comment, once again, you want to put the burden on women to educate fully grown men, yet these are the same men who think they should lead. And that's not what I said, obviously, that I'm putting the burden on women to educate grown men, but I get what this person is saying, right? Because it might sound that way, that I'm trying to say, oh, well, these women, they have to educate grown men, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm actually saying is, if women understood truth and morality and were grounded in it and understood it, and they talked about these things to men and posted it on social media, instead of the narcissistic stuff that all of us post, and especially women in provocative clothing and thirst traps and sexual messages, right? Instead of women trying to look a certain way and impress people, what if they told the truth? Like me, what if they actually stood for morality and the same principles that I do, and many other people who are in the truth community who are trying to wake people up? What if women actually posted social media content about that? What if they spoke to the average man about that? What if that was cool? What if that was the cool thing amongst women, to talk about truth? Oh my Lord, would we not see a major shift with the way men are then? Because men are just reacting to the stuff that women reward, right? Or whatever. Men are always trying to impress women. But what if men were trying to impress women with their knowledge on morality and truth? Oh, that's what I'm saying here. Can you imagine that? Did I lose you? Do you get it? Or is this going beyond your head? Because again, people just cannot see past the surface level of things. It's crazy to me. Because here's the thing. I agree. I don't believe that fully grown men should be being educated the way that we need to be doing right now, because we're all grown-ups, and my goodness, there's elderly people, there's boomers, There's Gen Xers, there's millennials, there's Gen Zers, there's Gen Alphas. I mean, there's all of us really need to be re-educated. And it's unfortunate, right? Because we're all adults. It's not even just men. This is what I'm saying. It's like they're looking at it from the gender perspective. They're looking at it from the political perspective. Like people cannot see past these things because I sound hateful to some people when I talk. I sound like I'm targeting certain groups, but really the issue is that you just can't see past your own hate. You see, you hate certain groups so much that you can't see past your own hate because you see through the lenses of hate. I don't see through the lenses of hate. Yeah, specific groups have specific issues that need to be worked on. But just because I'm talking about it, that doesn't mean I'm hateful, right? You can go look through in my entire podcast. Well, every single video I have, you will not find me acting hateful or saying hateful things or wishing hateful things or violent things on anyone. Anyway, now these comments here, this is the video where I was talking about how the sacred masculine has been weaponized, right? Because it's all about control and domination and what can I get out of this person? Nothing's really that genuine anymore, right? That's what I was saying in this clip. Look at the stuff people are saying here. It's, this just proves that not everyone needs a podcast. How many likes for you to get an Andrew Tate poster? Me not needing a man is for the betterment of humanity, actually. I am part of humanity. That doesn't even make any sense, but okay. Feminism isn't being used against you. Misandry maybe, but never feminism. I mean, if for those of you who don't know misandry, that is like an extreme feministic viewpoint, which, sure, I mean, it's being used against me, but it's not like even a popular thing, really. Feminism, yes, it's been used against us because there's good feminism, meaning like, yeah, we should obviously treat women like they're human. They should be able to work, go to school, vote, have a bank account, right? All these things that a man can do. Be in positions of power, be a pastor or whatever, be in the government, whatever. I don't believe in government, but be able to be in a position to teach and lead even, because a lot of red pill and hyper masculine guys will say women don't deserve to be in a place of leadership. And I don't believe that. I believe women can absolutely be in a place of leadership, and whatever it might be. So again, people are just like, they say whatever. Really, like, again, I'm trying to show you that people don't attack my arguments. Really, either it's just they attack a certain thing that they want to hear. They attack, they like put words in my mouth, or they just attack me personally. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think about everything I said here. I hope I'm making sense because, again, like I want to go over these things sometimes because it's good talking points to like pierce the surface level and get into the next level thinking, and that's my goal here at J Master Productions, is to get you thinking on the next level.